What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Liz back at it again with another video. So I have my dad with me today.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's an honor.
It's
Okay.
an honor. It's an honor.
So I just wanted to do a video with my dad just to introduce him to my channel because I have showed him on my other social medias but not on YouTube. So I thought it would be really cool to just sit down and film a video where you guys get to know a little bit more about my dad, where he comes from, and all that good stuff. So I guess we'll start off by you introducing yourself, your name, your age, your social security number, where you
Now, do you want to check my credit?
live. Okay, go ahead. The
Okay.
floor is yours.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Macario Morales, and I live here in Madera, California. I'm here since I was 14 years old, I think,
Wait.
when the first time I came to the United States.
How old are you now?
I am 53.
53.
Thanks God. Thanks God I made it. So I don't know how many more years I want to make though, but 53, I'm here. So, and thanks God for that.
Yes, definitely.
So, and I'm here. This is the first city I came the first time. One of my friends they brought me from Mexico. I came here because first of all to work a little bit and then make some money and then went back to Mexico to continue with my school. But I couldn't do it though. I couldn't do it because I was too young. Nobody's gonna hire me at that time. All the contractors, all the farmers, and say, "Oh, you know what, boy, you gotta be in the school," and nobody wants to hire me at all at that time.
So when he came, like he said, he was 14 years old, and so basically you were trying to find a job in the fields, but nobody wanted to hire you.
Nobody wants to hire me at that time.
Okay. They said you should have been in school.
I should have been in the school, they said. So finally, I found a guy who he hired me, but I had to hide from the inspector or somebody who's are chasing the minors in the field, because some way somehow I had to work, and I had to make living because I had to survive. I had to pay for a place where I was living. I had to buy food. I had to buy clothes. And I was alone by myself.
Your parents didn't come with you. Nobody.
Well, my dad he sent me here with with these people because we are from the same town though, with the same country, same state though. So
What city are you from? In what state?
I'm from Oaxaca, from the a little village they call it Santa Catarina Nortepec, Juxtlahuaca, Oaxaca. So in Juxtlahuaca, Oaxaca, that place, that city is a bigger city though. I went to school there. I've
How
been in
far? How far was it from where you live? From your house to school? How far was it?
walking from Santa Catarina to Juxtlahuaca is like 3 hours and a half. But in Juxtlahuaca, I was living with some other people and work for them and they can feed me and go to school. So that's the only way I survived when I was because I was 11 years old, 10 years old when I left my dad from the house.
Wow.
From 10 years old.
Wow. So I. That's my cup.
Oh yeah, that's your cover.
Supporting. Anyways, so 10 years old, you left your house,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went to go to school for a little bit
Yes.
until the age of 14.
Till I reached age 14,
That's when you came over to
and
the
then
United
when I
States.
came here.
Okay. Can you still remember the day that you came over to the United States? What was your experience crossing over the border?
Well, I didn't know it, nothing, because that was the first time I left from my town. That's the first time I catch a bus. The and we came directly to Tijuana, though. In San Isidro, there where a coyote guy. They call it. He calls us walking. I didn't know it. I was already in Chula Vista when I still asking, do we are in the United States already, because I didn't know it, you know. We walk like 2 nights straight, almost 3 nights to come to Saint Clemente, where it was the border patrol. They have like how they call it? Like
Oh, checkpoints.
a checkpoint. So, and then another guy picked us in LA and he dropped us here in Ventura, California.
Can you tell them what were the jobs that you worked in from now or from then when you got here? So you started off working in the fields up until now. What are the jobs that you would work at?
Well, first of all, I work in the field, and then I wish I could find a job beside the field because I didn't want to wake up that early though. Always we had to work. We had to wake up around like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning to get ready to go to work because the guy who was give us a ride, um, we had to live here from here to our work in that time around like 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning to show up there to work like 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning to start working in el asadón they call it, you know. Then and then about that time I was hoping I found a job, not to work in the field, So I started applying in the restaurants, but nobody wants to hire me because I didn't have no phone number where they can reach me. So also nobody's gonna tell me like guide me a little bit to say, wait, do this, do that,
He had
to apply
nobody.
here.
Yeah, he had nobody to guide him, nobody to like show him the way where to apply and stuff, or even how to apply because you didn't. They don't do that where he's from. They don't apply for a job or stuff like that. He worked as a laborer in the fields, and then a dishwasher,
As dishwasher.
and then what did you work at?
And then I work from there, and then I found a job here in Metera as a dishwasher too in Lucas Restaurant. They closed that right restaurant a long time ago.
And it's so funny, sorry. It's so funny that he says that because people come into my job where I work at and they still mention that restaurant. And like to hear it from people that I interact with, customers, and then to know like my dad worked there, it's like, it's so cool. I think it's so cool.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like the garlic, the smell. So when they told me to clean it up, I said, you know what, it's no way. I am quitting. I said, I'm not gonna do that stuff. So and I leave. I just dropped the apron and
You
walked
left?
away. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
left. They said, where you going? Well, because I'm not gonna clean that thing, the garlic. So then I started looking for a job, So finally, I found an opportunity in the state of California with a CCC, California Conservation Corps. They were hiring like young guys like me at that time. I was 18 years old. So they hired me there to go to help to the emergencies when earthquake happens, like in
Earthquakes?
San Francisco.
You were
Yeah,
there?
we went over to help in Salinas, in Santa Cruz. When the bridge fell down in San Francisco for the earthquake, I was I was helping there with the state of California with a crew there.
Wow.
So I got out there and then I applied to a factory, a plant here in Carmen, California. We were making like the cardboard boxes. Cardboard boxes like that for medicines or for cereals, for sodas, those boxes, for soap. So I was there for 7 years.
Making cardboard boxes?
So at that time, well, I was there because I like it because it was a starting job. Either it was raining or wherever, always I was working. But when they have a slow down season, I'm the first one who's gonna
Oh, because you were
get
new?
it off. Yeah, because I didn't have enough scenario in that time.
Oh,
Supposedly,
seniority?
seniority.
Seniority.
So that and then because because I couldn't make enough money to make a living to support my kids. So
Oh, wait. At that time, how many kids did you?
I have 2 kids.
So
My son Gabriel and my daughter Clara.
I
is
still
the
didn't
first one.
come on Earth yet.
So
Okay, and then?
and then I was doing your services in Fresno, and I saw this guy so happy, relaxing like this with his sunglasses, drinking beer under his umbrella, just watching me turns with a mower doing his lawn. So I was sweating, I was so. And then I asked him to this guy, hey, what you do for a living? He said, well, I'm a manager in a car dealer. Oh yeah. What you do? So I'm a manager. I'm selling cars. Oh, that's good. I said, did you think I can do it? I asked him. Well, yeah, if you want to learn, I can teach you. Okay, so I just leave it like that. But one time I got so tired regarding getting up from the lawn services, and I decided to go to ask this guy because he gave me his business card. So and I went over there. I said, you know what, Gary, I want to sell cars. I told him. Well, first of all, wait a minute, stop right there, sir. Because I wearing a hat and long hair, and then with my boots, and it was all green my pants because the grass, and so it is. You know what? Hold on. You want to sell cars? Yes, I said. Well, you need to go home, take a shower, go get a haircut first, and then take a shower, and then get dressed up, nice, and put your tie on, and then nice dress up shoes, and then come and see me. Wow, okay. But I didn't have all those clothes.
Wow.
I went to Mervin's at that time when Mervin's was open.
Mervin's.
So, and then when I tried to buy all those clothes, it was like almost 350 for everything. I said, well, I don't have the money, so I decided to go to the Goodwill store or Salvation Army store,
Oh, we love Goodwill.
and then where I bought my secondhand clothes, and then my secondhand tie, shoes, and then I went over there with him.
From
And then-
Goodwill. Don't sleep on Goodwill, guys.
And then, well, this guy, he took me, he hired me, he started teaching me how to sell cars. But I didn't want to leave my job because it won't work for me. But once I sold a minivan, he told me, do you know how much of the money you made here? I said, how much? Well, you made just $1,100 right here. Are you sure? Yeah, because for all the month, for the whole month, I was making almost $900 with the money I was making, because I was making like $6 an hour in that time.
That was doing lawn services?
Hmm?
Or selling cars?
No, that was in the factory.
Oh, okay.
So I make $1,100. He said, you know what? I'm gonna go quit now. And I went back to my job and said, you know what? I'm leaving. And then they told me, where you going? Well, I gotta go. I found another better job.
Selling cars.
So selling cars. So when I sold my first car, and then someone called me from the hospital and say, are you Mr. Morales? Yes, I'm Mr. Morales. But hold on, because your wife want to talk to you. So okay, I said, and then she spoke to me, my wife, because she was gonna have a baby at that time. So and then I told her to my boss I'm leaving, and then I had to go to the hospital because I want to have another new baby, and that was my little one. That was my little cute one. Back in '96.
That's me, guys.
Back in '96.
So when you sold your first car, that was when I was born.
2 hours after,
Aww.
I sold a car. So I was so happy. I was so happy with my daughter. So at that time, I continued selling cars
And you sold
So-
cars for a long time.
for
huh?
a long time.
And then,
You had to, in this world, I knew it. I had to struggling. I was struggling in the people's container trash cans, looking for cans for plastics, all the CRVs bottles to selling, and also find the good stuff and wash the clothes and iron it and then sell it again. So I used to find very good clothes in the trash. So,
really? And
and
then,
then go and sell everything.
was that you and mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So by that time, and then I found a way to buy stuff and sell stuff. That was on the garage sales. In Fresno, I was buying a little bit more cheaper and then going to Metera. It's a swap me and selling for a little bit more, make some profit on it. So,
And then at what point did you guys open up your guys' business?
and then I start asking to my friends who has the recycling center already, how I'm gonna do it to open a recycling center. And then they just told me, you know what, you can't do it, you cannot doing it, you don't have enough money, you know, you're not gonna make it at all. This guy told me, you know, it was one of my friends. He
Your
asked me how
friend
much.
told you this?
He asked me how much money I have to open that thing, you know. And then I say, well, I have like $5,000. Well, it's not enough for you. You need at least like $60,000 here. I said, well, I wanna go get it. So, and I decided not to do it, but one time one of my friends told me they were paying $1 the pound of cans in Fresno. I asked them where, and they gave me the address, and I went over there though. Very good people in Bruno's.
Oh yeah,
can-
very nice.
I can't talk back about them. They are very good. Randy is a good guy.
We even have
So-
memories going over there because they would take us when they would go to sell the cans. They would have us wait in the office and yeah. So we,
Very good people. I asked the secretary there how I want to do this, open a recycling center. And then this lady said, you know what, just call this number, tell to the state where you want to go locate it, and they'll get you that license. Oh yeah, that is it? Yeah, okay. I did it though. It didn't work because some of the cities they require a certain size for it though, and it has to be approval for them. So I didn't know it, and nobody was gonna guide me for that too. So, well, I had to struggle by myself because when you want someone to give it to you some advices how you want to do this, you want to do that. A lot of people, you know, they're not gonna tell you what you're gonna do. They won't.
so a lot of the times in your life people didn't help you. You didn't have someone there to guide you and show you and teach you.
Yeah.
You had to learn things on your own.
I had to learn things by my own. When my recycling center it couldn't work no more, so I was doing I was buying the scrap metals, all the scrap metals, all the equipment. I was buying it. I was making very good money, but the marketing went down now, and then I had to do something to survive again. So I went back to sell cars. Which I was so stressing there because business was too slow. So And this guy, he used to sell cars with me before. So he went over there and he was carrying a lot of applications with him. He has his T-shirt like here it says Golden Memorial Services. I asked him, where do you work? What you do for a living? And then he said, well, I sell insurance. Oh yeah? And do you think I can do it? Yeah, you can do it. He says, guess how much money I make here? Well, on his application, he showed me he has like $2,400 he just making that day. So, you know what? I want to go to your office and tell me everything what you have to do to learn to sell insurance. And it's a short career though, because I didn't knew it. I can do it, especially in that time. I think they don't have the license in the Spanish. They have it in English. Well, I don't know how I did it though. Thanks God. My God guides me in everything. So I
And
went to
then-
Sacramento and I passed. That was the second time I went over there
Did
and I
your
passed.
did your criminal background have to do? Was that a struggle too?
Yes. Always that the state they wanna watch the background of the person though, especially if an agent or a guy he has his background, his history, he's a criminal guy. They catch him drinking and driving and stealing or fighting or doing a lot of bad stuff on the street. They're not gonna get you the license there.
Can I say something real quick? So, real quick, my dad does have a criminal background, but this comes from when he was super young, right? Your criminal background's from when he was super young. So it has been years since he has had a clean background, but like he said, they don't just allow anybody to sell life or get that license to sell insurance, right?
No.
They don't just want anybody. They want to make sure you have a clean record and stuff. So for him, I can remember talking to him and him saying how his background was something that was like it was a challenge for him because he had to prove that he was a right standing citizen, that he wasn't getting into trouble or that he wasn't like a bad person, right?
Yes.
So that was that hard for you to
Yes, it was. It was very hard because the state of California they asked me for that back in 1997 when my that issue happened. So I told him, well, everything you guys know it. But yes, we know it, Mr. Morales. But go back to the court and tell them to get you all the copies and send it to us. You know, and give us an estimate why you did it. So I had to do it like that. I did a declaration asking for like a pardon, asking like
pardon. Forgiveness.
for forgiveness because I did it, and it takes me too long to get me that license. As a matter of fact, I was crying with talking on the phone with him.
Yeah, I can remember, like literally, guys, I can remember like talking to. I didn't see him cry, but I would see like how much it would stress him out, like the fact that his background was keeping him from achieving his goal of getting the insurance. And that, would you say that delayed the process a lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it cost me so much money though, because I passed the test in March, I think, March or April, and they didn't give me the license till December December. But I didn't know that December though. I was calling them every single day, every single or every other day. Hey, what happened? When you guys gonna give me my license? Are you guys will or you guys won't? Please let me have it. Please, I need it. Please forgive me, please. I was talking to them almost with my underneath because I really wanted this license.
He
That's
really
why I
wanted-
struggling real bad for it. And finally, when I got it, I say, thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Yes.
Because,
Oh, sorry.
because by that time, you know, my life, it changed. My life, it changed a lot.
What would you say to somebody who has a criminal background and they feel like they can't do anything with their life anymore? Like their life is over. What would
Well, first of all, they can't think like that. The life is over. Always, everybody's as a human, we deserve another second chance because it's not the end of the world. Once, once, once we want to prove it, we can be good citizens because I'm a citizen. So we can be good people with our neighbors, with all the people crossing us. I mean, the state will see that. In the way you talk to them, the way you express yourself to them, they're gonna find out if you are a good candidate or you are not. Because I asked the guy, the one who was talking to me so many times, and he said, I can hear your voice. I can similar your voice. Like you are a good guy now, Mr. Morales, because since like you not drink no more, you don't drink and drive no more. I say no. Since when you don't drink no more? I says back in 2005, 2006, I think. So
his license to sell insurance is not just for his company Golden Memorial or Lincoln Heritage. It's a special license that the state of California gives you
Yes,
that you
yes.
can use for many other job positions. So I always thought it was just for Golden Memorial, but he clarified that to me today, and he said no, it's like a big deal because you can use it if you don't like this job. Well, we can go to another. You can find another agency and sell a different kind of insurance there. So it really is a big deal, and for my dad to get it and to go through the whole process, like it's amazing, and you should be so proud of yourself.
yes,
Thank you, Jesus.
I am I'm orgulloso by myself. Me siento muy contento. I am so happy because I'm working with this company. And it's a great opportunity though.
So, working for this company, and he'll tell you guys a little bit more too, but from what I have seen, my personal experience, like how he said, his life has definitely changed ever since he started selling life insurance for the good. Like he has been able to buy himself a car that is brand spanking new out of the lot, where before it was his cars were always used or so he was able to buy himself a whole new car, which is big. And I know it's not about the material stuff, but to see somebody from where he comes from in his background, and to see him to be able to purchase a new car fresh out the lot of 2019 is amazing, and not only that, but to be so good at what he does, to where the company takes him or selects him to go to a work trip with the company to the Bahamas is just so amazing. Do you want to tell him a little bit about that?
But I never thought in my life I want to be there. When I got there, yeah, I said, I can't believe this. It's real good for me because right now I could remember being in that island. Is so blessing. It's so blessing. I never thought a guy from Oaxaca will be there though. I never thought that.
Okay.
A trip, it costs a lot of money to be there. This company, the Lincoln Heritage, they pay a lot of money to be there just to bring their agents there. So the room costs like almost $1,000 a night to pay six nights with almost everything from Fresno to Phoenix, and Phoenix, Florida, and then Florida to Bahamas.
All expenses paid,
All the expenses,
paid
yeah.
for, flights,
And
everything.
thanks to my dad. And thanks to my dad because right now he's in heaven, and he's the one who who told me one day to go to a school and read and learn how to read and write. I mean, and write,
Right.
leer y escribir. So he's the one who que me empujó para ir a la escuela.
He
Y
pushed
eso
him.
se lo debo a él.
So my grandpa really pushed him to go to school and learn how to read and write. But yeah, just back to like what he said, like being Oaxacan and being able to work for such a prestige company and being selected as one of the top sellers to go to the Bahamas to go on this trip is just amazing. And he was so happy the day he found out he was going. He didn't even believe it that he was going. And yeah, so it's just so exciting to see somebody like with my dad. And like literally, he was like the only Oaxacan there.
Yes.
Right? He was the only one there. And the only one from even the Central Valley that went. So it was a true honor and privilege.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
From the Central Valley.
Yeah.
Well, I was the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people from some other cities, San Jose, LA, from the other across the country. But 200 agents went over there. But from the valley, I was the only one.
Yeah.
And thanks God because my wife she qualified too.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Well, from now, 10 years from now, retire with this company.
What would you say you miss more about Oaxaca?
My town, my country, the place where I grew up. Well, I didn't grow up because I was 10 years when I left the first time from my house because I didn't meet my mom, so I left.
What would you think was the hardest part growing up?
Well, being there alone by yourself because I grew up with my sister and being there as a abandonado,
Abandoned.
like nobody's gonna take care of you at all, nobody's gonna care at all if you eat or not. Uh, that's why it hurts me real bad when my sister passed because she's the only one who stayed with me.
Yeah, him and my aunt were like super, super close. Rest in peace. One day we'll see her again. But yeah, so it was definitely hard for my dad growing up because, like he says, he was always just him and his sister looking after each other. And now that she's gone, it's just him now. So yeah, so it is sad, but at the same time, we know that we'll see her again one day in heaven.
Yes.
You know, so
Thanks to God.
and then let me see, what else was I gonna ask you? Who is he? Okay, one last question. Who is your favorite out of all your kids?